sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is that bluebird, here to stay. It's that new bird. How you folks doing?
He sings a love song
as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Well, now in that meadow we can build a snowman and pretend he is Parson Brown.
He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town.
Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Well, everybody here in Plant City at this beautiful ballroom tonight, Merry Christmas from the Yearys in Branson, Missouri. Has everybody done their shopping yet? Well, you should have. Well, now in that meadow we can build a snowman and pretend he's a circus clown.
We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kiddies knock him down.
When you're old, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire
To
face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. To face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. And Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are so excited to be here. You guys look fabulous tonight. What'd you think of our Christmas elf, huh? Did you enjoy our little Christmas elf? That is our 13-year-old daughter, Michaela. I know she doesn't look 13, but she's 13 years of age, and she is our Christmas elf tonight. You have something to say? Well, Mama, give her your mic real quick there, would you, sweetheart?
There you go.
I have something to say.
And what do you have to say, darling?
Well, do you know why my boss Santa Claus has 3 gardens?
3 gardens. I don't know. Why would he have 3 gardens?
Well, so he can ho, ho, ho.
Okay, guys, they're not funny, but they're clean.
They're clean. That's exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great state of Louisiana, I call her my Louisiana Purchase. You read about her in school. This is my lovely wife and sweetheart, Shelia Renee. Would you welcome her tonight?
Thank you. Denny's from the great state of Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, so I always tell everybody he's my lucky Buckeye.
Anybody here from Ohio?
You guys know what a lucky Buckeye is? Anybody out there?
Hey, there's some Buckeyes. I got to ride home.
What's a lucky Buckeye? Somebody just shout it out.
Tell them what a Buckeye is, gang.
Oh, honey, did you hear what he called you?
Well, he said worthless poisonous. At least he didn't say worthless hairless. I can handle poisonous. Ladies and gentlemen, the young man plays our piano. We'll tell you a little bit about him. His name is Everett Reese from Branson, Missouri. Give Grandpa Everett Reese a nice round of applause.
Well, we have enjoyed being down here in the warm, sunny weather for Christmas time, but we are looking forward to going home. We'll actually get home late Christmas Eve. My mom's promised that she's going to go over and decorate the Christmas tree for us and have everything ready, because we've been gone since November on the road. So I'm looking forward to that, because it always makes me think of this song, one of my favorite Christmas songs, and my mom's. Bet it's one of yours too. Goes a little bit like this. Was sung by a young lady called Miss Brenda Lee. You know what? You can help us out on it. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Here we go. Not much room to move around up here. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with bells of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Oh, rocking around the Christmas
Thank
tree,
you.
Sheila Renee. Sheila's going to leave the stage. Michaela's going to leave the stage. And I just want to let you guys know, if you get to Branson, Missouri, and you go up there this time of the year, the weather's a little cool. A little cool here today, wasn't it? A little bit cool. But I'll tell you what, it's still a lot better down here in Florida than it is all the way back up there. 27 degrees, the high today. Yeah, how many people are glad you're here? Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a little mixture of our Christmas show and our best of our Branson show. Our daughter is a championship clogger. Now, what we're going to have her do is clog out here, and she doesn't have a lot of room up here on the stage, but when you see her get those legs going, you are definitely going to enjoy it. And so she said she'd like to do a clogging song, one that Alabama did. And so as soon as Sheila Renee gets back up here, we're going to do a song that let her do some clogging for you. You guys remember the group Alabama? All right, we're going to play ourselves a little bit of mountain music. So, Grandpa, let's get some things going here with a little bit of mountain music for him.
Come on, put your hands together if you're not eating.
Well, I said, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. You're gonna float on down the river to a Cajun hideaway. Drift away like old Tom Sawyer. Ride to raft, well, just like old Huckleberry Finn. Take me a nap like a Rip Van Winkle. Dead dreaming again. I said, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. You're gonna float on down the river to a Cajun hideaway. Hey, hey.
All right, well, I hope she had enough time to get her shoes on. There she is. Go down the floor, baby. Put her hands together and give her a beat.
Take it away, KK.
Play me mountain music. I said, play me mountain music. Oh, now play me mountain music. I'm gonna play, yeah, yeah, yeah.
How about it for Miss Michaela? She's been clogging in our show since she was 6 years old. Well, Denny and I are known as the sweethearts of Branson, so we are always looking for wonderful marital advice.
Here she goes.
So has anyone here been married for 50 years or more just by raising your hand?
50 years? Look
So
here,
a
right
bunch,
here.
a whole bunch of people, yeah.
A lot of folks,
Super.
yes.
Would you do me a favor and give all those folks that raised their hand a big round of applause, because that is a wonderful, Wonderful commitment. We see
Great
you guys.
commitment.
Yeah. I'm going to ask this lady back here because she's kind of loud. How long you guys been married? How long have you been married? 51. What is the secret to your successful marriage? No idea, but it works. Well, Denny and I have been married for several years, and I'm very proud to say that we have a very successful marriage. Isn't that right, darling?
Honey, we have a great marriage. I mean that sincerely.
And I have found that the secret to our success is that we're both in love.
That's the key.
With the same guy.
Me.
It works for us.
Hey, Sheila's going to sing a song. In country music television, they said this was the most sold single-release song over the last 100 years. Let's see if you guys recognize it. We send it out to all the girls.
Goes out to all the ladies in the house. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times, and he'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him.
And I hope she remembers that part.
Even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him. 'Cause after all, he's just a man.
I want to hear every girl sing with Sheila. Come on, ladies.
Stand by your man. Give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to run to when the nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and tell the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man.
I'm a stand by my woman, man. Well, our world revolves around that little gold band. We walk together through our life, just hand in hand. Yes, I'm a stand by my woman, man. We go to sleep, we say, ain't love grand. That's why I'm a stand by my woman, man. Well, that's why I'm a stand by my woman, man.
Stand by your man.
Stand by your
Thank you. Well, as you heard, we sent a letter to Santa
We
Claus.
did.
We've been on the road since November, so it's been kind of hard for us to get in the spirit of Christmas. But we have. We sent a letter to Santa Claus, and you know, everybody here had a wish. And Santa actually dropped a gift off before the show started, and he left something just for you.
Santa found me here?
Yes, he did.
In Plant City?
He did. Do you remember what you wanted for Christmas?
You know what my gift is more than anything? I've always admired the king.
The
and who's the king?
Who's the king?
Right, Frank Sinatra. No, we all know who the king is. But let me tell you why I admire him so much. Not only the fact that we had to get privileged to meet him and know him, but one of the things that we enjoyed is that beautiful black hair that he has. And girls, you believe it was natural?
I don't
Nope.
think they really cared.
You don't care, right? You didn't care, but it was gorgeous. And those gold-rimmed sunglasses, were they not something else?
Oh, beautiful.
And the scarf. And he always had a way, when he sang, the girls fell for him. I asked Santa for black hair.
Well, you asked him to look just like the king.
I would love to look like the
So
king.
he did the best that he could, okay?
He did the best he could. That didn't sound like what I really was looking for here.
All right.
Oh, there you go, darling. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I can't see anybody, but is my hair black?
Yeah.
Do I have the gold rimmed sunglasses?
Yeah.
Where's my scarf?
Well, he didn't have a scarf.
He didn't have a scarf?
He didn't have a scarf.
How can you sing to the girls without a scarf?
I don't know, darling.
Well, I'm going to have a blue Christmas because of that, I can tell you that.
Well,
right
I'll
now.
see what I can do to help you out on that.
Christmas without you, I'll be so blue, honey, thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. Honey, it don't mean a thing if you're not here with the king. And when those blue hearts start falling, it's an Ozark Mountain Christmas card. And those blue heartaches come calling. Honey, you'll be doing all right. Sitting at Christmas, my hair's falling down. Oh, boy, well, honey, I have a blue Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, you know Elvis always took the scarf and he'd daub his forehead and he'd find a good-looking girl and he'd give her a scarf. So follow me over here and give this pretty girl a scarf. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure, but this is Priscilla Presley's sister. Here you are, darling. You'll be doing all right. It has a dual purpose. And your Christmas apart. Hey, honey, I have a blue Christmas. There, you can share it with him if you want to. Whatever you do, guys, if you ever get one of these for Halloween, make sure you don't put it in the show, because my wife will sure do it. Well, Grandpa Reese, I'll tell you what, I'm getting rid of that thing. That thing's kind of warm up here. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you men out there have already bought your wife or your lady's present? Raise your hand. Be honest with me. How many have not got the gift yet? Let's see your hands. Uh-huh. You're in the same boat I am. We've been on the road quite a while, so I haven't had a chance to really stop by her favorite store, Walmart. But I tell you what, I want to tell you what, 4 years ago, this is a funny little story. My wife is from Louisiana. Her daddy is a true, genuine Cajun. 4 years ago, we were performing down in South America. And so for Christmas one year, I said, you know, her daddy is a Cajun, and he raises all kind of animals down there. He likes animals. He's even had wild boars. He's had them in pens. He's got all kind of animals down there. So down there in South America, I went out and bought one of those big, tall, green birds. You know, they're about this tall. Has some yellow on top of their head. You ever seen them? A little bit of red on the top of it. Hooked beak. Have you all ever seen those? About a week before Christmas, I had it sent to him, express mail. Well, a week later, I called him. I said, did you get the bird? He said, yeah, we got him. I said, how did you like him? He said, he was delicious. I said, you don't mean to tell me you ate him? He said, of course we did. We had him for Christmas dinner. So we had him with some dressing, cranberry sauce, sweet potato scuffle. I said, do you realize that bird there cost us a fortune? I said, and not only that, he could speak 2 different languages. Well, her daddy stopped and looked at me and kind of paused and said, well, he should have said something. Thank you for laughing for that one, sir. Hey, listen, when it comes to buying for Mama, though, it's a little harder. You know what I mean? 2 years ago, now I've got to be honest with you, she's a very hard person to buy for. 2 years ago, I bought her something, and I'll never forget it. She said, when you buy me something, make sure you put a lot of thought into it, and it costs a lot of money. I did. So 2 years ago, Christmas morning, I wake her up there in Branson. There was no snow on the ground. I took her outside. I said, looky here, baby. In the driveway was this beautiful big red bow on top of this Christmas present. I want you to know she's still mad at me today for that Christmas present I got her 2 years ago.
I didn't want that lawnmower.
But it's a John Deere green, and she looks good riding that thing across our lawn. I'll tell you, she really does. So I don't know what to get her this year. I've been really
Not to worry, not to worry.
Not to worry, Grandpa?
I have the list right here.
You have a list? She said to give this list to me in front of everybody as a witness. It kind of looks like the Dead Sea Scroll. It says, well, at least she called me Santa Baby. Look at there, huh? Santa Baby, would you please give me, oh, Lord, would you look at this? Look at the list on this thing, Grandpa.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me.
Sable's right here.
I've been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
I can't fit down a chimney, honey.
Santa baby,
What?
a 64 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney
I
tonight.
can't fit down this chimney.
Think of all the fun I've missed.
What fun?
Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be oh so good if you check off my Christmas
I'm outta here.
list.
I can't
But
afford
if
you.
do, Santa baby, I want a yacht and really
I'm
that's
going to take Priscilla's
not
sister
a lot.
here.
I've been an angel all
I'll
year,
trade you, buddy, here.
Santa baby, and
See this
hurry
list she's
down the
got?
chimney tonight. I don't know what he's complaining about. Santa baby, there's one thing I really do need, a deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Every girl deserves a few. Santa baby, fill my stockings with a duplex and checks. Sign your name on the line, Santa
little girl.
baby, and hurry down the chimney
Santa
tonight.
did not forget you.
I like the sound of that, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's.
It's a dollar store.
I really do believe in you.
It's big down here.
Let's see if you believe in me. Ba-do-ba-doo, Santa baby.
What now?
Forgot to mention one little thing.
What's that?
A ring.
A ring?
And I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby. And hurry down the chimney tonight. Come on, Santa.
I'm trying to find it.
Hurry down the chimney tonight. Got some for me in there? Hurry down the chimney, hey, tonight. That'll do. Thanks, Santa.
You've heard of Cracker Jacks? I had to eat a whole barrel of it to get to that ring. I guarantee you that.
Well, thank you. I sure like that. Well, you guys got to see our daughter do a little clogging. She's actually been clogging, like I told you on our show, since she was 6 years old. But she is just now starting to spread her wings and try to do a little singing. And we're really proud of her. She's doing a good job for 13. And we want you guys to give her a bunch of moral support because she is our retirement plan.
Yes, she is.
She really does a good job, and she's picked out a great song to do for you, and she's actually going to need somebody to help her on it. Let's see who her willing victim will be. Oh, come on, let's give him some moral support. Come on. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. And Grandpa, really fall in love to stay and stand beside each other come one day. Was the promise really something people had, not just something they would say? Did families really bow their heads and pray? Did daddies really never go away? Oh, Santa, tell me about the good old days. How's she doing? Pretty good, huh?
What's your name?
Mike McGee.
Mike, thank you for helping me out. And have you ever been a Santa Claus before? You want to be one tonight? Okay.
Santa, everything is changing fast. They call the chorus, but I just don't know. And Santa, let's wander back into the past and paint me a picture of long ago. Did lovers really fall in love to stay? To stand beside each other come what may? Was a promise really something people had, not just something they would say? Did them forget? Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? Oh, Santa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. How about it for Michaela and Santa, huh? They do a good job? All right, great job.
Now, Santa, do you have anything in that bag for me?
He's looking.
Thank you, Santa.
Ladies and gentlemen, she got her Christmas present from Santa. She's always wanted her Raggedy Ann doll, so she got her one. Thanks, Santa, for helping us out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce this young man that plays the piano back up here.
Well, it's about time.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I have waited patiently over here in the dark.
Now, ladies
I've
and
waited
gentlemen,
extremely long, and I would like to.
you want to be featured.
Yeah.
I'm going to feature you right now.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Branson, Missouri, he's known as one of the oldest piano players in Branson. How many folks have been to Branson? Raise your hand if you've been to Branson. Do you guys know where the Wax Museum is there in Branson? That's where we keep Grandpa and Andy Williams at night. It kind of keeps him preserved. But I'll tell you what, let me give you a little history about him. He's one of the very first piano players for a group called the Oak Ridge Boys. You ever heard of those guys? Remember the Oak Ridge Boys? He'll fire up. Do you remember that kind of stuff? He was also with a country singer by the name of Jerry Reed. Remember Jerry Reed with Smokey and the Bandit? We had a song called When You're Hot, and when you're not, you're not. That's right. But one of his claims to fame, and I think is really neat, and I'll tell you that in just a second, but I got to tell a little story on him. Before the show started, he said, I said, Grandpa, I said, PJ and Las Vegas Sound's going to be done here in about 10 minutes.
They were great, by the way.
They were fabulous. And he said, I want you to do something for me. He said, stall them and let me go to the restroom. I said, well, you hurry. So he went to the restroom over here, and when he went in there, I guess there was a fella already occupying, and so he was just kind of hanging around, and he said, while he was waiting, the guy on the other side says, hey, how you doing? And Grandpa said, okay. Guy on the other side said, well, are you busy? And Grandpa said, well, yeah. And finally, the guy on the other side said, hey, Joe, excuse me, I'll call you back. There's some guy on the other side over here answering everything I've just asked you. But if you're out here, he just said he didn't know that you weren't talking to him. He does a great job playing the piano, but he was hired by RCA Studios. He was actually hired by Mr. Floyd Kramer and guys to do a double as Mr. Floyd Kramer's piano player at RCA Studios. Wait to hear him do one of my favorite songs, The Last Date. Here's Everett Reese. Everybody knows this is a Floyd Kramer classic, but Conway Twitty put words to it. They went like this. Well, it's over, our love affair. Too late now, I find I care. Her sweet love, nevermore I'll share. Now she's gone, I was wrong. Took her home, I should have known I lost my love on our last day. I'm sorry, Grandpa, it's your song.
Great job, Grandpa. That sounded so wonderful out here. Well, we're going to do a song right now that we just added to our variety show. It's a new song for us, but it's a perfect time to sing it at Christmas time because it's about daddies. And what would Christmas be without our fathers? It's all about the family. So we hope you enjoy Stretch, okay. A song that I like to dedicate to my father. And tonight I'm going to dedicate it to all the fathers with us tonight because we sure wouldn't be having a Merry Christmas without you. All right. I remember Daddy's hands folded silently in prayer, reaching out to hold me when I had a nightmare. You could read quite a story in the calluses and lights. Years of work and worry have left their mark behind. I remember Daddy's hands, how they held my mama tight and patted my back for something done right. There are things that I've forgotten that I love about this man, but I'll always remember just to keep us all fair. If I could do things over, I'd live my life again and never take for granted the love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand there was always love in my daddy's hands. Merry Christmas to all the fathers we have here tonight. Thank you. Well, you cannot come to Branson, Missouri without hearing a little bit of bluegrass music. Do you guys like a little bit of bluegrass music? Yeah? Well, Denny's a pretty good banjo picker, and we sure like to show him off. He does a real good job on this song we're going to do for you. I know it's everybody, well, almost everybody's favorite bluegrass song.
I think it is, too. I think it's one of the most popular bluegrass-style songs, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to get our daughter to come out and clog again. What do you guys think?
Yeah, she'll come out and do a little bit more dancing for you.
All right, let's do a little bit of Rocky Top, Tennessee, everybody. Help us out.
All right. We're going to get you to put your hands together one more time, okay?
I wish that I was up on old Rocky Top out in those Tennessee hills. There ain't no smoggy smoke out on Rocky Top. There ain't no telephone bill.
Once I had a boy on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that.
Everybody sing it now.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home today. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top, they're looking for moonshine steam. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, I reckon they never will.
The corn, it don't grow it all out on Rocky Top. That dirt's just too rocky by far.
That's right.
Well, that's why all the folks that come down here to Florida, they go to Walmart, buy it in a jar.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Here she is. Put your hands together, help her out.
That simple life make me simple again.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. All right, show off. Rocky Top, Tennessee. How about it for me? job. Well, Jenny's going to do one of my very favorite Christmas songs for you right now, and I think it's just one of the most traditional Christmas songs that everybody loves. Honey, why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
Well, this is a Bing Crosby classic, and I would love, if you're not eating, if you're finished eating, or if you just want to pause a minute and sing along with me, I would sure enjoy listening to this room sing my favorite Christmas song, White Christmas. So guys and gals, sing along with me if you would. Come on now. Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Come on, if you're not eating, sing it with me now. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright. Everybody that can whistle, Bing always whistle. Come on. I'm hearing some of you. Whistle loud for me. Just like the ones I used to know. Oh, hear this side of them sing. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Everybody now, nice and loud. Here we go. And I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all of your Christmases be white.
How about it for Jenny? Wasn't that a beautiful rendition?
Thank you.
Good job. Well, along with our variety show and our Christmas show that we travel and do, Diddy and I also do a tribute to Jim Reeves and Patsy Cline. Do you guys like Patsy Cline? Yeah? Well, this is probably the most requested Patsy Cline song that we get. And you know, she came really close to never singing this song. It was given to her husband, Charlie. One night at Tootsie's there behind the Opry, a young man named Hugh Nelson came up and said, "Would you listen to this song? I think it'd be perfect for your wife." So he did. He took it home, he listened to it, and he fell absolutely in love with this song, so much so that he played it over and over and over, and finally he brought it to Patsy, and he said, "Patsy, you just got to do this song. It'd be perfect for you." And she said, "Charlie, I am so sick and tired of that song. I never want to hear it again, much less sing it." And she refused to record the song. So he took it down to the studios. He got them to listen to it. They fell in love with it too, and together with Charlie, they finally got her to reluctantly agree to record this song. But thank goodness that they did, because it did become her #1 song she ever sang, and is still today the #1 requested jukebox song in the world. Somewhere in here, help me figure out who Hugh Nelson is. love me as long as you want it. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do?
Now I'm crazy, thinking that my love, honey, it would hold you.
Mr. Hugh Nelson, later known as Willie, wrote that for Patsy Cline.
Now I'm crazy for trying,
And I'm crazy for crying.
and I'm crazy for loving you. Hey, Patsy, I'm crazy,
Boy, you got that right.
thinking that my love, honey, it would hold you.
Kind of need to wipe your nose there,
Kind
darling.
of warm down here. Now I'm crazy for trying,
And I'm crazy for crying.
and I'm crazy for loving
You.
now whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. How about it for Sheila Renee? A little classic there by Patsy Cline.
Well, everywhere we go, that is everybody's favorite Patsy Cline song. But does anybody have any idea what Patsy Cline's favorite song might have been? It wasn't one that she was, known for singing. It was actually a gospel song. And she heard this and fell in love with it when she was about 13 years old, singing in the Baptist choir there where she grew up. And when she grew up, she recorded this song. She got the Jordanaires to back her up on it. And they did a beautiful rendition of this old classic. And so we decided to pay tribute to her and do it for you also with my Jordanaires. Hope you like our Railway to Heaven.
Choo-choo, bum, bum. Choo-choo, bum, bum. Choo-choo, bum, bum.
Life is like
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
a mountain
Choo-choo,
railroad
bum, bum.
with an edge
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
journey that's bright.
Bum, bum.
We must make
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
the run successful
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curve,
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
the hills and
Choo-choo,
tunnels
bum, bum.
never fall.
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
Never fade.
Choo-choo, bum, bum.
Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye
And your eye
upon the rail.
on the way.
Blessed Savior,
My blessed Savior,
that will guide
blessed
us
Savior, Savior,
till we reach that blissful shore where the
angels wait to join us. Angels wait to join us. Angels wait to join us. Angels wait to
in
join
thy
us.
praise
In thy praise
forevermore.
evermore.
Blessed Savior,
My blessed Savior, Savior, thou will guide us.
will
Oh, my
guide
blessed Savior, Savior, thou
till
will guide us.
we reach
sweetest angels
In
lift
thy
rejoice
praise
in thy praise.
Forevermore.
Sheila Renee, Patsy Cline's favorite gospel
You.
song. I tell you what, I'm going to tell you what, Grandpa. We're going to have our daughter come out here and have a little fun with you right now. Sheila, you got to be honest. She's now 13, even though she doesn't look 13.
She is. She's still 13, but you know, no matter how old your children get, you always think of them as little bitty kids. I know my mom still thinks I'm 5 years old sometimes. Actually, Denny and I have many children. Together we actually have 9 children. Michaela's just one of them. So even our much older children, we stop and still think of them as little bitty.
Yeah, they're applauding you, honey. They're saying, way to go.
It is a combined family.
Yeah,
I didn't have them all.
Yours, mine, and ours is what that is.
That's true.
Hey, can I tell them,
true.
you know, Michaela is now a teenager, and you know what
Yes.
happens when they become 13? Their interest in things
Keep us
change.
in your prayers.
Listen, she did not want to come down on this tour.
That's true.
And we said, how come you don't want to come down to Florida with us on this tour? She said, I don't want to leave my friends.
Because she's always loved coming down every year.
And well, I found out it was more than just friends. It was B-O-Y friend. You know, she's at that age where she's starting to look at those fellas. Now, this fella she kind of likes. He's a good-looking kid and a nice kid. Kind of got a strange name. I got to tell you his name. His name is River.
This is true. But he's a nice kid.
Now,
We
when
like
she
him.
came up to me and she said, you know, I said, what's his name? She said, River. I said, River? I said, what's his middle name, Muddy? I mean, think about it. Yeah, I mean, what kind of a name is to name a kid River? That's not the worst part. The last name really got me. The last name is Corn. River Corn.
A little different.
Now, think of this, folks. If they ever grow up and decide to get married, my grandkids are going to be called Children of the Corn. That's not the worst part. I'm going to be called Popcorn.
Well, you know, no matter how old she gets,
She'll always
I
be
will
fine.
always think of her as my little Michaela. And every year at Christmas time, this is the way that I
Oh, yes.
always remember
This
her.
is the way I want her to stay.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, my 2 front teeth. See my 2 front teeth. Gee, if I could only have my 2 front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. It seems so long since I could say, Sister Susie sitting on a thistle. God, the how happy I'd be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, my 2 front teeth. See my 2 front teeth. If I could only have my 2 front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Still wishing she was 5 years old. Ah, but now she's 13. All she wanted for Christmas back then is her 2 front teeth. Is there anybody still wishing that for Christmas this year? There might be a few, I don't know. Don't want to get personal. I know you're kind of looking at me up here. Now listen, our agent, P.J. Leary, he asked me last season, he said, where did you want to go this coming year for your winter tour? So I thought I'd give him a nice little clue. I said, somewhere where there's a lot of nice flowing palm trees and a lot of beaches. You know where I was thinking? Well, he sent me back to Florida, which is not bad. I traded those coconuts and those hula girls for ruby red grapefruit and oranges. That's still good for you, probably better than the hula girls. But I got to be honest with you, there's a song that Grandpa hates. He hates this song. Of all the songs that we do for Christmas, he hates this one the worst. It's one I kind of like because I'm going to picture myself on that beach no matter what. And this was written and recorded in 1944. So if anybody was around and you know this song, I'm going to say it first. Mele Kalikimaka. That means in Hawaii. So guys, sing along with me on Mele Kalikimaka. I feel like doing this one. Here we go. If you know it, help me out now. Well, Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Well, that's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where those palm trees sway. Well, here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, that sun shines by day and all those stars at night. Now, Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Now, you know the words. Help me out. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Well, that's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where those palm trees sway. Oh, here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, that sun shines by day and all those stars at night. I said, Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way just to say Merry Christmas to you. All right, Grandpa, play it. Grandpa, you are not supposed to be drinking a Mai Tai. This is your time to play the piano on this turnaround. And I don't have a clue what do you mean autopilot on? I know you don't like this song, but this is your job first. Well, here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, that sun shines by day and all those stars come out at night. Well, Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way. Where you going? Say Merry Christmas to you. Grandpa, Sheila, you can't control your dad. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. I give up on him. Well, that's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where those palm trees sway. Now leave the guest alone. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, sun shines by day and all those stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way. Stop it. Say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas to you. I give up.
What is going on out here?
Honey, I can't control Grandpa. He's just out here doing his own thing right now.
Well, he's doing a good thing, Grandpa.
Grandpa, what am I going to... I want these folks to look at these glasses. Doesn't that look just like a pair of glasses on a giant nose? I mean, look at that. Grandpa, listen, I know you don't like this song, and you're not supposed to just do your own...
It's just not one of my most favorite. But
I think it's just because he has a hard time pronouncing it, honey. It's not that he don't like it, but he had a good time.
I tell you what, though, it reminds me of that Hawaiian Christmas singer.
What Hawaiian Christmas singer?
You remember?
Who is that?
Don Ho Ho Ho.
Oh, I tell
Ho,
you
ho,
what.
ho.
Well, as long as you had a good time, that's all that matters.
You dropped one of your legs right there, too, Grandpa.
Well, before Denny and I did our show in Branson, Missouri, Denny actually spent 27 years singing bass for an organization a lot of you guys might remember. Do you remember a quartet called the Blackwood Quartet? Anyone out there? Yeah, a lot of folks do. Yeah. They started back in 1933. However, Denny did not start with them. I always like to clear that up because we had a young lady a couple of years ago who thought that he did. It was quite amusing, at least to the rest of us.
Well, especially to you and Grandpa. We had a lady come to our show in Branson, and this has been about 2 years ago. And she was from a little town in Iowa called Shenandoah, Iowa. And the reason I kind of tied this story in with the Blackwoods were invited back in the late 30s to move their entire families from Ackerman, Mississippi, and live in Shenandoah, Iowa, and do a live radio program. And they came on every morning at 5:30. Now, guys, in Iowa, the only people up at 5:30 were the farmers. But the Blackwoods were told that every farmer in Iowa had a radio in his barn. And they would milk cows and do their chores and listen to the Blackwoods 6 days a week at 5:30. And then This lady came to our show who was 97 years of age, and she lived in Iowa, Shenandoah. And she came to Branson for the very first time at age 97 with her daughter and son-in-law. True story. They were 76 and 77. First time all three had ever been to Branson. Well, they came to our show, and you know, when you're 97, I guess you've seen it all, done it all, and there's nothing else to do. Because the whole time she sat there and I could see her on that side of the stage, she didn't do nothing. Now listen, the 76 and 77-year-olds clapping their hands, having a good time with the show. Until Sheila made mention, I sang with this group called the Blackwoods. Well, this little 97-year-old gal kind of came alive, because she remembered the Blackwoods from the 1930s and all through the 40s and early 1950s until they moved to Memphis and became one of the most popular groups with Elvis Presley. Now here's a true story. She told her daughter, she said, I want to meet that guy that used to be with the Blackwoods. Now, guys, she had never been to their concert. I don't even think she owned a record they had, and she'd never seen a picture of them. But for almost 20 years, she heard them at 5:30 every morning on that radio station. So here she came with her daughter. Her daughter had her on her arm, and she came down. We were down front of our theater there, kind of talking to people, shaking hands and signing some autographs. And here come this little 97-year-old gal. She got about 5 feet from me, and her hand was out like this. So the natural reaction is what? Stick your hand out and shake hands. I stick my hand out. She walks on past it, walks right up about this close to my face, takes her finger, and she's poking me on the nose, and she says, I used to listen to you sing when I was a little girl.
It was great. Guys, the band bought her lunch that day.
Grandpa took her to dinner. I went to Walgreens. I said, I think I'm going to start off with some fish oil, B12, B6, vitamin E, C, D, whatever you got there, and hair dye and oil of Olay. But anyway, we put together a little song just to kind of commemorate the old days of the Blackwoods. And this is a song kind of shows off some bass singing. If you know it, sing along with us. It's called This Old House, and we kind of add another song with it. It goes something like this. Well, this old house, what's to my children? This old house, what's to my wife? This house was home and comfort as I fought that storm of life. This house, it rang with laughter, and that old house, it knew many shouts. It trembled in the darkness when the lightning walked about. I ain't gonna need that house no longer, need this house no more. Ain't got time, big city shingles, ain't got time, big saddle floor. Ain't got time, all any hinges, mend the window pane. I ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints.
Oh, and the
When
saints
the saints
go marching in.
marching in.
Oh, and the saints
Saints
go
go
marching
marching, go marching
in.
in.
Lord, I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in.
Everybody.
Oh, and the saints
When the saints
go marching in.
marching in.
Oh, and the saints
Saints
go
go
marching
marching, go marching
in.
in.
Lord, I
Whoa.
want to be in that number when the saints go marching in.
I ain't gonna need that house no longer. Ain't gonna need that house no more. We got time to fix the sheets. They got time to fix the floor. Ain't got time to all of the hinges. Mend no window pane. I ain't gonna need this house no longer. I'm getting ready. Come on now.
I'm getting ready.
I said I'm ready.
I'm getting
Ready. Everybody.
to meet the saints.
Say hey, hey, hey. Thank you, guys. You're very, very, very kind. We appreciate that.
Well, you guys got to see Michaela do a little bit of clogging and do some singing, but she is a very talented young lady. We're very proud of her for her age. She knows how to play the violin, she knows how to play the piano, and she's just now started learning how to play the guitar. Actually, she's been doing a couple of months of method stuff, and she's just now got to where she could do some picking. And they put together a beautiful song that they want to do for you that she's just now started doing. So we want you guys to give her a bunch of encouragement. We want her to keep doing this, okay? But whenever you guys are ready.
Well, we had to kind of put the cables around. You know, with two groups up here, we kind of had to stretch our cables a little
Wrapped
different.
around each
We
other,
kind of
huh?
wrapped around everybody. But anyway, she's doing very good. She's only done this a couple of times. And when you have somebody that has a love for music, you want to just let them do as much as they can. So, Michaela, make sure your guitar's up there. Play me guitar chord. And here's the fact. A couple of days ago, Mama and P.J. Larry's wife, Miss Frances, decided to take her and put some nails on her fingers. You don't put fingernails when you play guitar, girls. It
She
makes the
did.
strings, but so she liked them so much she's going to leave them. So here's something that's going to be a little different, playing with some long nails. Okay, KK.
Well, we've had a lot of fun laughing and giving out presents and everything on the stage tonight. You know what? You know, somebody didn't get their presents yet, if I remember
Well, who
correctly.
didn't get a present? Michaela got a Raggedy Ann
She
doll.
did, and
you
I
got
got
the biggest diamond ring I could afford.
It was wonderful. And Denny got to look like the king. But you know, if I remember correctly, Grandpa had a wish to actually look, actually wasn't to look. Like, honey, you put all your stuff in Santa's bag.
Well, I'm sorry, I thought I was done with it.
Actually, he wanted to...
I thought he got a chunk of coal this year. He hadn't been very good.
No, he wanted to actually warm his ears. He wanted some ear warmers. So Santa Claus did the best thing that he could. He thought about it. I just know he did because he did a wonderful job. I think this right here would probably keep your ears warm. What do you think, Grandpa?
With that bald head, it'll keep that warm too.
Try it out. What do you think? Not bad, huh?
Well, let me tell you what. Is that a Dolly?
Ooh, what a cutie pie.
Is that a Dolly Parton wig? You look like I beg your pardon. One nice thing about it, though, it matches the color of your mustache.
He
so that works
does.
out real good. It's warm. I bet
it's
it is
warm.
warm.
That's all that matters.
Why don't you just put your dog on your head? It's the same color.
Anyway, we've had a lot of fun laughing and cutting up. And you know, that's what Christmas is about. It's being with family and cutting up and having a good time and sharing memories and giving gifts. It's always very fun to receive gifts at Christmas time. But you know, the greatest Christmas present that was ever given was given on that very first Christmas morn. And that's what this song talks about. And it's very special to Denny and I.
This song, I think, is going to be one of the songs. It's one of the newer Christmas songs. It's been written about 3 or 4 years ago. I think it's a song that's going to be here for a long, long time. It's a great song. We recorded on a brand new Christmas album we have, and we're excited about it. We hope you like the way that we do. Mary, did you know? that your baby boy would one day walk on water. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters?
Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you delivered will soon deliver you.
Well, Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy, he would calm the storm with his hand?
Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you kiss the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know?
Well, Mary, did you know?
The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know
That your baby boy is Lord of all creation. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule our nation?
Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? And this tiny child you're holding is the great I am. Oh, Mary, did you know?
Mary, did you know?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, darling, I think it's only fair that we let Grandpa show off one more time before the show's over tonight. What do you think?
I think so, and I wanted to say something that's kind of special. Ladies and gentlemen, Grandpa Everett Reese, he and I have known each other 35, 36 years, and we've worked together in a lot of shows, and I got to tell you something about Grandpa. This time last year, he's already went through 14 and a half months of chemotherapy and radiation for lung cancer. And let me explain something. The doctors told him this time last year he had 3 months to live. He's here today. His last test came in. He's totally cancer-free. You know, it's a good thing you're still here.
Yeah, I got to hang around to give you a hard time.
I think that's true. I got to tell you what, now, Grandma did not want him to come. She really did not want him to come on this trip because he just finished his last treatment the week that we left. Actually, you had it that morning, and we left out, and she said, don't go. And so I said, Grandma, I understand if he has to stay, that's fine, because, you know, that takes a lot out of a human being. But anyway, he said, I want to go. I really want to go. And so Grandma said, look, before you guys
I
leave.
feel another story coming on here.
No, listen, you was with us. Grandma wanted to make sure. How many of you women out there are married to a man that's supposed to wear a hearing aid? And they don't wear it half the time. Well, there's a reason. Because these men don't want to hear a thing you girls have to tell them. You know that. Well, Grandma asked me, because he wasn't supposed to drive, she said, will you take me and Grandpa to my favorite store, which is everybody's favorite store. Grandpa must have told her 100 times, said, Grandma, when I pass on, bury me on aisle 6. You're here at least 6 times a day. But anyway, I took them to the store, and I just kind of followed behind them. They had their cart, and of course, Grandpa didn't have his hearing aid on, and Grandma knew that he was going to be gone for about 2.5, almost 3 weeks, and so she was really just going like this, wanting to talk to him about a lot of things. And he didn't have his hearing aid on, so what does he do? He's just nodding his head and saying, yeah, right, Well, guess what? They get in the checkout line. I'm standing back a couple of feet, and Grandma's getting a little sentimental because she knows that Grandpa's going to be away from her. So she reaches over and grabs his hand and starts swinging back and forth in the Walmart checkout line. It was the cutest thing you ever seen, Grandma and Grandpa holding hands. Well, pretty soon she looked over at him while that lady was checking out their stuff, and I'm standing there listening to him. She looks at him and she says, Grandpa, after all these years of marriage, you are tried and true. Now, he's trying to read her lips because he didn't hear a thing she said. He threw her hand down and said, well, old woman, after all these years of marriage, I think I'm tired of you, too.
Oh, no. Denny.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to playing the piano, there's none any better. Here's Grandpa Everett Reese. Listen to him.
about it for Everett Reese, huh? Great job. I love that song. He does such a great job on it.
Hey, Grandpa, I think we ought to get everybody to sing another Christmas song. Do you remember the song Silent Night? Do you do that? Let's do a little bit of Silent Night for him. Sing it, sweetheart.
Silent night.
Sing it with us, everybody. Sing it, because I can't sing. It's out of my key. will sleep in heaven. What a beautiful Christmas song. Grandpa did a great job playing that. Well, guys, when you come to Branson, Missouri, do come and look us up. We're at the Hot Hits Theater. It's the newest theater in Branson this season, and our season starts for us back around April the 1st, so that's when Branson Fest is on. So when you get into Branson, look us up. There's 126 different shows to see in Branson, Missouri, and we have everybody up there from Andy Williams, and we've got Mel Tellers. You know, of course, he's from Pahokee, Florida down here. We have Mickey Gilley, who's going to be at the Strawberry Festival this year, and we've got a lot of other great shows. So come up and see us. We do a 2 o'clock matinee. We'd love to have you come up there.
That's right.
And guys, go ahead, sweetheart.
Well, you know, everybody got their wish on stage for Christmas, except for one person, if I remember correctly. Raggedy Ann wanted to be a real doll a real girl, actually, for just one day. So maybe before the show is over, our Christmas wish will be granted.
Raggedy Ann, a life-sized person?
Yeah, she
to
wanted
sing
to
and
be,
dance and have a lot of fun like the Yearys are doing?
Yeah, she sure
Well,
did.
when you come to Branson at Christmas time, here's a song you'll hear. It says, Christmas time is definitely coming.
And I'm looking forward to going home.
Yeah, we're looking forward
Come
to
on, put your hands together one more time.
Everybody help us out. Well,
Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, and I know I'm going home. Can't you hear them bells ringing, ringing, joy bells, hear them singing? When it's snowing, I'll be going back to my country home.
Snowflakes are falling, my old home's a calling, tall pines are humming, Christmas time's coming. White candles burning, my old heart's a yearning for the folks at home when Christmas time's coming.
Can't you hear them bells ringing, ringing, joy bells, hear them singing? When it's snowing, I'll be going back to my country home.
Well, looky there, Raggedy Ann got her wish after all.
it is Raggedy Ann, a real girl. Well, Holly's in the window, it's home where the wind blows. Can't walk for running, Christmas time's coming.
Can't you hear them bells ringing, ringing, joy bells, hear them singing? When it's snowing, I'll be going back to my country home.
Everybody get those hands together.
Christmas time's coming, now Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, and I know I'm going home. Christmas time's coming, now Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming, and I know I'm going home.
Thank you so very much from the Yearys in Branson, Missouri, the Sweethearts of Branson. How about it for Michaela, ladies and gentlemen? How about it for my beautiful wife, Sheila Renee? Everybody's favorite grandpa, Everett Reese. Yours truly, Denny. We've had a great time.